Hello, friends and followers. Welcome to my 2026 goals video with a quick 2025 wrap up. I know I kind of fell off the bandwagon last year doing my updates. I apologize for that and I hope to be more consistent this year, but let's just get into it. So, if you remember, I divide my yearly goals into projects, goals, and intentions. Projects are big picture things like writing a book that will take basically the whole year to do. Goals are more of like numerical stats that I hope to hit but don't really have complete control over. And then intentions are daily, more personal things that I want to make a habit. So I completed 12.05 out of 29 goals last year, which is a 42% success rate. It wasn't a great year, but it wasn't a horrible year either. I did launch EHP Academy, my self-publishing course. I finalized my Guild Trilogy cover rebrand. I got Project Ruin to the editor. I wrote and published my Fedalian Chronicles novella. I published 1 out of 3 Guild Trilogy audiobooks. I did do ads. And I didn't quite launch my Fedalian Chronicles Secret, which ended up being my Kickstarter, which you'll hear about more in the coming weeks and months. But I did get the Kickstarter completely ready to go, but it's not launch time yet. That's the projects. I didn't start selling signed copies on my website. I didn't look into Fedalian Chronicle audiobooks. I didn't do PR boxes because I didn't finish some other things. And I didn't start selling series bundles because, again, I did not start selling signed copies on my website. So yeah, that's the goals. I did 5.8 out of 11, which is a 53% success rate, but I did finish the most important things on my list. So I'm not too bummed about that one. So what's worse is my goals, which I did 4.25 out of 12, which is a 35% success rate. And some of these are, I set my goals really high because I'm super ambitious, and the way I look at it, if you don't reach for the stars, you won't get there. And this year just was a lot slower than I was anticipating. So I set a really high goal of making $10,000 in revenue, not profit, revenue, in my author business. And this was based off of, in 2024, I did somewhere over $5,000, which was my highest year ever. And I thought, you know what, let's double it for 2025. And I only did just shy of $3,000, I think. So it wasn't quite as good of a year. And then to facilitate the $10,000 goal, I wanted to sell 500 books, and I ended the year with 333, which was the most books I've ever sold in one year. But it didn't translate to the most revenue because I didn't make as much money per book sold. So I sold a lot more hardcovers and paperbacks, which don't quite make as much money. And then I did quite a few free or half price deals on Smashwords where I had a lot of sales. I just did one in December and I sold 18 books, but I think only 3 of them people actually paid for. The rest were free. So I sold books, but I didn't make any money, which is fine. That's what they're there for. Then I wanted to get into 10 libraries. I got into 1. 10 bookstores. I got into 3, though I did apply to a bunch that I never heard back from. 24 new reviews of my books. I got 6. I haven't quite figured out how to get people to leave reviews. I sell a lot of books in person at events, and I just think it's not the demographic of people that are online writing reviews. So hopefully I can sell to more people online in the bookish space, which would then facilitate these reviews. I wanted to do 10 events. I did 14. I wanted 24 new subscribers to my newsletter. I got 11. I wanted to do 300 more Instagram followers, and I'm not sure if I did, in fact, make that goal because back in August, I went through my Instagram followers and deleted I was close to 1,700. I was just over 1,700, I want to say, and I like brought my follower count down to like 550-ish, and it was all bots and deactivated and no longer active accounts, and it was just like the number looked high, but like nobody was home basically. So I got rid of all that. So I don't really know if I got 300 more or not. And I wanted to get 500 TikTok followers. I blew through that goal actually in January. If you watch my videos back then, I had a video kind of go viral, and I went from like just under 100 to like 1,200 followers in like 6 days. It was crazy. It has not grown since, so virality does not necessarily mean your account is going to all of a sudden, be popping. But anyway, and then I wanted to do 4 more podcasts. I did 1, and I wanted to do $2,000 of my $10,000 from EHP Academy. And I'm gonna be honest with you, not a single person has bought my course, and I could be really upset about that, or I could just move on and try something new this year. I mean, it's like try something new with marketing it, like actually really, like I thought I did my best, but clearly I could do more because nobody's bought it. And then I wanted to read 25 books. I read 14. And then for my intentions, I did 2 out of 6, so not very good on that one either. Work out 3 times a week. I was doing that until I had some health issues, April and May, and I just fell off the bandwagon, and I have not gotten back on. Quarterly vacation, did do that. Monthly date nights, I don't really know. I stopped keeping track. We do enough things together that I'm not that mad about it, but it's nice to have it written down so you can try to do it. And then read every day, didn't do that, let me tell you. Bake quarterly, I did do that. I did a lot of baking and cooking this year, which was really nice. And then I also have better skin / hair care. I mean, I didn't make it worse, but I'm not really sure I prioritize that at all. So yeah, that's 2025. So we're just gonna put that aside and focus on the new year, So I'm just gonna read these out and not really get into them too much. So for projects, I have launch Season of Ruin, run and fulfill my first special edition Kickstarter, publish Sacred Brews in audiobook, publish Solemn Vow in audiobook, send PR boxes / arcs, start selling on my website, write Project Bone Draft 1, write Project Paris Draft 1, look into Fidalian Chronicle audiobooks, run more ads, grow my newsletter list, and start my pen name account. For goals, I have, again, make $10,000 revenue because I don't back down from a fight. And again, sell 500 books because I did do pretty well in that category. I need to get into 10 more libraries, 10 bookstores, 40 new reviews, that's 10 per quarter, 20 events because I'm planning to do a big, like a book tour type thing when Season of Ruin comes out. 1,000 followers on Instagram so that I can start doing live chats again. I'm currently at 765. I want 100 Instagram followers on my new pen name account, and I want to reach 1,500 TikTok followers, currently at 1,293. I want 4 more podcasts or articles or interviews of some kind. And I want to make $500 from EHP Academy. As you can see, I've quartered that goal because clearly it was a bit ambitious and I have a lot going on this year, so it's probably not going to be my priority, but I do hope to do something towards that. Read 26 books for 2026. My goal this year is to really get back into reading, so I think it's doable. I just have to lock in. And then I want to do at least 1 YouTube video a week, 1 Substack post a month, and I want to get 40 more newsletter subscribers. Really want to prioritize the newsletter this year. And then as for my intentions, I have read every day, do a daily scripture / devotion of some kind. I'm really trying to get back to my faith this year. Faith is my word of the year, faith in myself, in others, in the world, and in God. I won't talk too much about that, but that is what I'm doing. Another one of my goals in that same vein is going to church at least once a month. I have a lot going on, so I'm not going to like challenge myself to go every week because it might not happen. So once a month, I think I can manage that for this year and then work my way back up. I want to exercise daily instead of trying to do like 3 massive workouts a week and feeling bad when I don't get them done. I want to do daily exercises like 10 push ups on Monday, 3 sit ups on Tuesday. Maybe Wednesday I actually make it to the gym. Maybe Thursday I go for a walk or a run. Like that's the kind of vibes I'm going for here, moving my body every day because I just sit down at work and I sit down at home when I'm writing, so I need the movement. And then I have brush my teeth and floss every night because I fall off this bandwagon all the time. I'm sure you can relate. And then again, monthly date nights and quarterly vacation. And yeah, that concludes my 2026 goals, and I hope to update you guys on here every month or every quarter about my progress. Please let me know in the comments what you're trying to achieve this year, your top 3 goals, projects, or intentions. And yeah, I will talk to you guys again soon.